In this video, we're going to be going over how to model the fish tank if you so choose to do that. And so on this particular model, what I did was I put in a cylinder, I beveled the edges, Control B, I put in a couple loops to make it a little bit rounded on the edge. I also added some loop cuts along the axis of the cylinder. And then I selected the planes in face select mode on both sides. I used the inset tool basically to add some geometry in the middle. Then I took this face here and I merged the vertices all to one point. And if I do, as I work with this, I can actually put in more loop cuts if I need to in different sections, but I don't think we need to because we'll use a subsurface for that. I'm going to go over to where it says shading. I'm going to select everything, and I'm going to go ahead and do smooth, and then I'm going to tab out, and that looks fairly good for just a rough thing. If I go down to my subdivision surface modifiers, I can click on this, and that actually looks fairly nice as a kind of a contour for a fish tank. Looks smooth. So we're going to see as we change our geometry a little bit if it's going to affect it. So first of all, what I've done is I set this up so I have two tables here, and I moved one up a little bit higher. This one is called table, and the one right above it is table.001, just using the automatic numbering when you duplicate something. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this tank here. So I'm going to take it, do Shift D, escape. I'm going to hit S to scale it in a little bit. And what I'll do is I'm going to type 0.95, enter. If I hit Z, I can see how much depth that has. And that looks like a nice thickness for my fish tank walls in this case. I'm going to go ahead and tab out, and I'm going to hit Z so I can see it from the outside again. That'll give me a nice view there. To speed things up, I'm going to go ahead and just unclick the subdivision surface modifier on both of these surfaces. So we're going to create a projected cut on the top of both of our tank sections here. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure I'm selected on the outside one. I'm going to hit 7, so I look at it from top, 5, orthographic. I'm going to tab in, and I see right in the center of this where everything lines up. I'm going to go ahead and do vertices. And I'm going to select that center vertice, and then I'm going to do Shift, I can rotate it now. I'm going to do Shift S, and I'm going to go to where it says Cursor to Selected. Putting the cursor there, I can now tab out and do Shift A, and I'm going to add a circle. For this circle, I'm going to set my vertices to 64. Hit enter, and I'm going to look at it from the top again, and I'm going to scale it in just a little bit. I want it within the range of those curves so that I don't have to deal with that as part of the geometry of it. Although actually that might not be bad, so maybe I do want those curves that cut into those a little bit. Either way, I'm going to go ahead and try that. So I'm going to scale it out a little bit larger, like so. I'm going to hold Shift down. I'm going to click on the outside shell, tab in. For this next step, I do want to make sure that I'm in orthographic. I'm looking straight down. You can see this darker orange circle here because that's the other object that I have selected. I'm tabbed into edit mode on this one. In my Tools menu, I'm going to go down until I find the Add section, and then I'm going to go to where it says Knife Project. And you can see where it cuts a projection into that on that surface. I'm going to hit E and Z to raise that up a little bit. I'm going to hit Z again just to make sure it's going straight up. I'm going to do SZ0 so it flattens it out. And then I'm going to go ahead and do X and say faces. So in this one, what we're going to do is we're going to now tab out of this model. We're going to go to our other one here. I'm going to hit 7 so I can see it from the top. I actually want to select that ring and then do Shift, select the one on the inside. Actually, I'm going to do this again. So I'm going to click on this ring. I'm actually going to scale in the ring a little bit. So I want to get a nice kind of thickness here for my jar that I want to do for my fish tank. And I'm going to now hold down Shift, select the inside part, and then I'm going to go ahead and hit Tab. So I'm looking straight down. I'm in top orthographic, which is what I want. And I'm going to go down to where it says Knife Project. I now have that projected there. I'm going to rotate it. I'm going to hit E. And it is going along the Z axis, but I can hit Z twice just to make sure, turn it off, turn it on. I'm going to hit SZ0, enter. And I'm going to hit X, do faces. And so now I have both of those pretty easily there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and before I join those together, I actually want to get rid of, I want to split them up a little bit. So I'm going to take the, you know, the inside one where it says cylinder.002. I'm going to call this tank. Let's do this tank inside. And I'm going to click off that so it renames. That name will go away, but that's okay. And I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this subdivision surface because I don't need it on that one. I'm going to add the modifier though, the Boolean modifier. I'm going to click on that. For object, I'm going to select the table .001 because that's my second one, so it's going to be the higher of the two. So you can see a little gap there, of course. And I'm going to go ahead and click on that table. I'm going to move it up just a little bit, give a thicker base. I can see how thick the base is based on the distance between these two, like so. And then I'm going to go ahead and click back on this guy here. Actually, I want the inside one. And Z. Oh, it's not selecting it because of the modifier is doing intersect right now. So what I need to do is I actually need to select it using the outliner. So I'm going to go to my little icon here. I'm going to go to outliner, click on that. I'm going to click on my tank .001 or tank inside is what I think I called it last there. And here I have these. I'm going to change this from intersect to difference. And there I can see the lid popped up back there again. I'm going to hit Z so I can see what it's doing. And there it's nicely cutting in half based on that shape. I'm going to go ahead and click apply. Tab in. I'm going to select this bottom half by just holding over it with my mouse, hit L. That selects all the linked vertices. I'm going to hit X and I'm going to say vertices, and then I'm going to go ahead and tab out of that. I'm going to select the outside shell now, and I'm going to add a Boolean modifier. And this one I'm going to minimize my subsurface or subdivision, not surface. And I'm going to say add modifier Boolean. I'm going to select table. So that's the bottom table there. See, it lines up with the bottom of the plate. Like so. And I'm going to go ahead and say, click on this and say difference. And we're going to say apply. I'm going to tab in. I'm going to select this bottom part, X, and I'm going to go ahead and delete the vertices. I'm going to tab out. I'm going to select the top tabletop there, and I'm going to X, delete that, so it's gone. Now I'm going to go ahead and do Z, so I can see kind of what this is looking like at the moment. I now have two sections inside here. I'm going to click on the inside and the outside. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm actually going to click on the outside first, and then I'm going to click on the inside first and then the outside, and I'm going to do Control J, which is join. And now I have this subsurface modifier here that I can see. I'm going to go ahead and hit Z so I can see through this, so I can see my inside geometry, my outside geometry of the fish tank. We go ahead and if I turn off that subsurface modifier, I can see around here pretty well. So I might want to make some of these a little stronger. We'll see. I'm going to go ahead and tab in, and I'm going to hit Z so I see it that way. I'm going to hold down Alt and try to select the top. I'm going to hold down Shift and Alt, select that one. I'm going to do over in my Tools panel, I'm going to scroll down until I find where it says Loop Tools. If you don't have that in there, you can go to File, go to User Preferences. Loop Tools is under Mesh, and Mesh Loop Tools, activate it, say Save User Settings, and I'm going to click on Bridge. I could do Loft as well if I wanted to. Either one will work. And I'm going to extrude this up a little bit and just scale it out just a pinch, like so. And I'm going to go ahead and tab out. I'm going to turn on my subdivision surface modifier, and I get these little pulley marks right around there. So we're going to see if we can limit that a little bit. So I'm going to do Control R to add a loop cut. I'm going to bring that down really close to where those were. And I'm going to do Control R and bring this one up really close to where those were. On the inside, I'm going to do Control R. That and bring this down really close to that point. And I'm going to do Control R and bring this one up really close to that point. I'm going to go ahead and tab out, and that looks a little bit better. There's still some kind of odd geometry here. This is these are actually from, if I look at these extra lines and stuff, that's what's causing those. I could take, actually that one doesn't do too much. This one does, and this one does. And I'm going to go around to the other side of it, here and here. And I could do X and I could say dissolve edge and see if that helps at all. Not much. And where it was on the inside, I get a little bit of a pinching there. Do Alt and select that ring and that ring. And I'm going to go ahead down to where it says, before I do that, I'm going to increase the mean crease on this just a little bit. So I'm going to take that, pull it out like so. It just makes that crease a little stronger. And then I'm going to go ahead and select everything, and I'm going to go down to, or up in this case, to the remove doubles,